and I've been in the CEO role now for 7 years, and I am completely dissatisfied with where my business is at. And there's a few factors for that. So I've got as much soul searching to do as you. And it's just at a different sphere or a different facet of the construction game, but it's in the construction game nonetheless. So if it's good enough for me to sit here and go, I'm not happy with where my business is at, the order, then I guarantee you guys and gals, if you're not happy with your business, you need to get your shit together and go and start educating yourself. Because the minute you lay back on your ass and you just get comfortable and think you're okay, you're kidding yourself. It's not going to work out for you.
How old are you going to be before you start to experience life like you want it? I want to tell you right now, whether you like it or not, there is a better way to do business.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Business for Builders podcast. My name's Max, I'm your host. I'm the CEO here at Smithies in Canada, and I'm the ambitious founder of EliteBusinessAdvisory.com. Good to have you with me today. Thanks for taking some time out to have a listen, even though I sound like shit. I'm going to try and deliver you a really quick one. Hope you had a really good New Year's, and hopefully you've got no regrets in that regard. But looking forward to a new year, and here we go. So I trust you've had some time over the Christmas break to have a bit of a think about, what happened in 2024 and maybe what you did well, and you've highlighted those things, and then maybe there's some things that you didn't do very well at, and you need to fill those gaps. So, I think it's pretty pertinent that this first one for the year, be really all about just trying to identify the gaps in your program and then come up with do a bit of a root cause analysis to close that gap. So, something I've been working on pretty hard lately is, I'm just trying to put together, because I talk to you guys about, having, a business that is systemized. I think the byproduct is a business that runs really well if you've got good systems run by good humans. And, I've spent a lot of time over the Christmas break, and I know I've promised my EBA or my Elite Business Advisory clients that, I've had a gutful of just listening to guys and gals, and not that it's anybody's fault, because everyone's busy as a one-arm wallpaper hanger, I get it. And, to put systems together is remarkably, challenging. And so, I would love it. I guess depends on how long you've been listening to me. If you've been listening to me for a little bit, you'll understand where I'm coming from. But, right now, I'm in the throes of putting together about 450 plus what I would call SOPs, or standard operating procedures, for 10 departments within your business. Now when I say your business, I'm saying every construction business out there has got those 10 departments. And so, what I'm trying to do is to facilitate that massive gap that is what I would call industry-wide. I've not had anyone come to me and says, oh, Max, I've got 100 SOPs for, a couple of departments throughout my business. Not one. Nobody's got them. They're all winging it. And yet they're talking to me about, oh, Max, it's so bloody hard to get people to work for me. So time out, hotshot. You haven't got systems in place, and so you're going to use an operating system that's 6 inches between your ears to try and come up with, the teaching modules to be able to onboard people and train them and then keep them accountable, and you haven't got it. And so, this is not something I'm going to be giving away. If you're my EBA clients, you're going to have access to that as long as you're my client. But once I get that put together and formulated, there's going to be over 450 SOPs for about 10 departments. And so, I just think that I keep talking about two things that really kick the asses of builders in this game. One is SOPs, so systems, and the other one is marketing. And, I can't do much about your marketing other than talk to you about what I do, about best practices as far as marketing goes. But, this year going forward, guys and girls, you've got to understand that profit's tied to your marketing. But the challenge is, and I don't know, you probably know this as good as me. I know I've seen a couple of my EBA guys go through this, where they pay, fairly reputable looking agencies to do their marketing and their Google ads and SEO and shit, and they do a terrible job. And they just keep blowing smoke up people's skirts and then don't deliver. And it's just irritating. Us builders, we don't get away with that. We've got to deliver. And so, guys and gals, understand that you've got to put together somewhere between 1 and 3% of your target revenue as far as marketing goes. But then again, if you go and put that 1 and 3% to somebody that doesn't do a very good job, you just pissed it up against the wall. So not only do you need to allocate the funds, but you need to make sure the people doing it are accountable. Now, in these systems that I've got, there is definitely systems there to how to keep, these agencies accountable. So, between marketing, lead generation, brand awareness, and then of course systemization, which includes in that recruiting and things like that, this could be a bit of a game changer. But if you're not an EBA client, that will be available, but it'll be a bit of a subscription if you like. So, feel free to email me, max at elitebusinessadvisory.com if you want to have a chat with me. If you're interested in that subscription, hit me up and I'll let you know the details. But guys, this year we've got to be really knowledgeable as it relates to our finances. We can't just keep winging it, guys. One of the major things that I need to have done, even if I was your business coach, is like, you got to know what is the profit in the job. You've got to have some way of metering and managing the costs associated with, your budget. Otherwise, you don't know what you're doing. And so, sometimes it's not good enough just to put a markup on there, because I know guys that have got great margins in their projects, and they're still not making money. It's like, where's the money going, you clowns? Seriously, you're making twice the markup that you would if you're on cost plus, and where is it? Where is the GP? Why is it that you're having trouble paying creditors? See, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. The problem is, you show some people how to make money and all they do is squander the profits. That's an issue. That's just such bullshit. And then you go and put your finger in that pain point and they want to deflect and they want to blame other people for the fact they haven't got cash. So guys and girls, if you're going to survive or do better in 2025 than what you did in 2024, you need to be making sure you've got the appropriate levels of marketing happening, and you've got to make sure that you are, very knowledgeable around and know your numbers. You've got to make sure that if you're going to take risks and lowball yourself on margins to get jobs, you've got to make sure that you know what you're doing, because you're going to be running it. See, guys, once you get in too deep, there's no getting out. Trust me. I mean, I did a video a little while ago. It was called, what was it called? How to Unbroke Your Business, right? I did a little PowerPoint. Look that one up. If you're interested in how to trade out of a cock-up, if you're in over your head financially, go and look up right now how to unbroke your business, okay? And it'll give you a little bit of a roadmap as to how and what it takes to get your business back in order financially. But I am telling you that there is a limit to that. Once you get too deep, unless you're going to go and refinance your house and chuck 200 grand in your company or whatever it needs, you're not coming out. And the problem with that is you go and dump 200 grand in your bank account to service all your creditors. You don't know how you got there. You're like, Max, I don't know. We did so much work last year and I did 1.5 million and I still had to get a line of credit on my house and throw that money at the company to keep it flush. See, it's just shit for brains. Guys, we've got to get smarter. You need to understand. Well, you know what I want you to do? I want you to go and either buy the book or get the audio book, or both, because that's kind of what I do. It's called The E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber, okay? And it talks about how that in a business, in an individual, let's say like me, I'm 70% technician, 20% manager, and 10% entrepreneur, okay? And they are three individual personalities within us as operators, okay? But those three personalities need to be able to be in control of the business. Now, too often, the 70% technician is the one that runs the show, which he bloody well shouldn't be, because he's the one who just keeps going and estimating jobs at low ball margins. It doesn't make any money. And then the manager's like, I can't pay the bills. And the entrepreneur's going, why is this business not working? So guys, go out and get that audio book, or go and buy that book, because it's talking about the entrepreneurial myth, and it relates to small business, especially service businesses. Okay, so if you want a little bit of an eye opener, I would go and grab hold of that book. I'm listening to it again on the audio book, And it's, you know, I think I got it, I got into it yesterday and it's about 4 or 5 hours. And I think I'm almost finished it, another hour and a half to go. So get yourself some education, people, because that's the difference. The more you learn, the more you earn. How many times I've got to say it? And so, you know, what you don't speak is the language of your business in 12 months from now. And the reason is because if you don't educate yourself and you haven't got a desire to learn, then what you'll find is that you will stagnate and you will flatline, okay? Every day, it's almost an addiction for me. Every day, whether I'm having a shave, I'm listening to what's going on audiobooks, I'm always going, what can I do better? What can I do better? You know, and I've been in the CEO role now for 7 years and I am completely dissatisfied with where my business is at. And there's a few factors for that. So I've got as much soul searching to do as you. And it's just at a different sphere or different facet of the construction game, but it's in the construction game nonetheless. So if it's good enough for me to sit here and go, I'm not happy with where my business is at, the order, I feel like there's enough chaos in my life to warrant me to go and get better, then I guarantee you guys and gals, if you're not happy with your business, you need to get your shit together and go and start educating yourself. Because the minute you lay back on you sit on your laurel, on your ass, and you just get comfortable and think you're okay, you're kidding yourself. It's not going to work out for you. So this is 2025. Let's thrive in 2025 instead of just, you know, kicking the can down the road and thinking, oh, I'll take care of that, I'm doing okay. You really need to do some soul searching and start thinking about it. And I reckon that book would be a great way to start the year. If we're serious about earning more, then we've got to be serious about learning more, okay? So don't forget, one of these drops every week. Hit the bell. Subscribe. Would love you to do that. If you're on the podcast, maybe you can give us a bit of a review. I think you can do that on that. But appreciate the long-term listeners that are hanging in there with us. Appreciate you if you've just dropped in for the first time. Get across to Business for Builders VIP. Answer the 3 questions. If you're a good sort, I'll let you in. And, you know, we're going to make this one a great year, but it's about making it happen. You got to change. If you want the same as you had this year, stay the same. If you want something different, you got to do something different. Massive. If you want a massive change, you need to change at a high level. So get after it. Go build a kick-ass business. Let's have a great year. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.